edit that part about George. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, you know what? They never came here. They did all their filming in California. They acted like they drove all around the route, but they stayed in California.
Oh.
Yeah, so they did not come through Route. That the Route 66 episode did not come through all the states. They just filmed in California.
Who's this?
George Maharis and Martin Milner, the Route 66.
Oh yeah,
show.
it was.
Yeah, they didn't travel the route.
It was.
It looked like.
It was done right there.
Well, I actually sent a note to my friends in New Orleans, and I said that I'm driving a Chevy SUV, a midsize, and I said that I talked to the network about a show about a 60-year-old man driving Route 66 in a Chevy SUV. It's the 21st century version.
There you go. Yeah.
No, it was done on location,
Yeah,
but
they didn't leave
but
California.
they made it look like they traveled it. And,
I've done more than on Route 66 than they
Then
did.
they have, for sure.
So Disney comes here and talks to your dad.
He would like you to talk about John Lasseter coming here to get you to interview you for the movie Cars.
Sometimes it is hard to understand. Well, at the beginning, it was very difficult for me to understand me. But as time went on, I began to understand me because I understood people. Well, John Lasseter came here and interviewed me. Michael Wallace was with him and some other people and the cameras. He heard about it and read about it and saw me on TV. So he comes and interviews me for about a couple hours. He wanted to know, well, just like this interview, he wanted to know everything about Route 66. But he was so smart the way he did it. With all the information I gave him and whoever else, he put it together so smart the way he did it. I have had parents and grandparents, national and international parents, sit right here and talk about, I have sat with my children or grandchildren, I have seen that, what he put on TV, I have seen it a dozen times. John Lasseter captured the imagination of the little people of the next generation. Until John Lasseter put that on the air, all we got coming in this store here were grown people. Just grown people. Then a few years later, we begin to see families, whole families of children carrying a baby. I had never seen so many families until after John Lasseter. So he captured the imagination of the next generation or two. These young parents with their children are the little boys and girls that saw that episode that Lasseter put on TV.
The movie Cars.
The movie Cars. Yeah, the movie Cars. These are the little boys and girls that saw the movie Cars. They grew up, they got married, and here they come with their children. The reason I can say that, because I live one block south of here, north of here, I see the traffic, I see the people. Wow. Incredible what has taken place in giving Route 66 its historic rebirth. It's like we woke up the world to something completely different. Completely different. Route 66 was a highway almost from coast to coast, over 2,448 miles. We saw the travelers of the Grapes of Wrath of the 30s. We saw our service people using it during World War II. We saw the people traveling after the war. And then when the government says the end and we said no, we did the impossible. And this is what is so interesting to people of the world. We the people.
I have one last question. What would he like to see for the centennial? What would his dream be that happens in 5 years?
What would be your dream? What would you like to see for Route 66 centennial when it turns 100 years old in 5 years? In 2026.
In one simple little thought, I want to be alive for that day.
Wait,
for that year.
Can you start with, phrase it as you need to answer the question. What am I trying to say? Can you say, when Route 66 turns 100 years old?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
When Route 66 becomes 100 years old in 2026, I dearly want to be alive for it. We formed the historic Route 66 Association. All the other 7 states have formed their associations. So people are thinking about it right now. What do we want to do, we the people, we the associations? How do we want to celebrate when Route 66 is 100 years old? We're talking about it now at our meetings, and heaven knows what we're going to come up with. But every state is talking, the people, the associations, they're all talking about that beautiful, great day. I imagine the news media is just going to go crazy with it.
And how about the fact that you're the same age as Route 66? It's a bit older.
Yes,
than that.
Gosh, I'm going to be, wow. I hope I can do it. I plan on it.
Is he going to plan to cut the ribbon for the fun run for the 100th?
Heck yeah. He says, do you plan to cut the ribbon for the Route 66 100th birthday? I'm sure they would want it.
I hadn't even thought about the ribbon cutting when it's 100 years old, but I hope the people give me the liberty for me to cut the ribbon. I had never even thought, you see, Vilma told me don't let it go to your head, so I can't live up there. I have to live down here. Normal, very normal. Oh, brother.